tough game again, Becky, but we know every game in this league is a tough game.
Yeah.
How did you see it?
I thought we started, really bright. And yeah, I thought, Emily in particular, I thought was a real bright spark in the first 20 minutes of the game. And the girls followed the game plan really well. I thought we were really organised out of possession. We were really disciplined, really controlled. I thought Fernie and Hannah did really well in that midfield as well in the first half. And yeah, the moments we had in the first half where we went 1-0 up, it's great composure by Emily to find Beth, and then Beth's really clinical off that left foot, isn't she? She's both-footed, and I'm super pleased for her individually and the whole team. I can't speak more highly of. So emotions are high. We're absolutely delighted. But yeah, we're disappointed obviously with the goals we've conceded, especially in the set piece. But Deanna's kind of got us out of trouble at the end, and we scored a set piece of our own, and we won the game 3-2.
How disappointing was it to take the lead and then concede straight away afterwards?
Yeah, it's always disappointing. I think in any game of football, you're always vulnerable straight after you've scored. So we need to just ensure that our concentration is good and we're focused and we're ready to ensure those next 5 minutes after we've scored, we're nice and calm and composed, and we don't let that happen again.
And just looking at the team today, obviously you've had to shuffle things around again.
Yeah.
You still seem to be carrying a lot of injuries as well.
Yeah.
Even though you've been off for quite some games.
Yeah, no, we are. We, similar to the men's team last season, we've unfortunately picked up quite a few injuries this season, which has been tough. But obviously it's good to have players like Fernie, who's been out injured, back today and able to start the game. But yeah, Amber had a sort of hamstring across the last few weeks, so we were trying to, make sure she's okay for the following weeks, and which was still able to come on at the end and help us see the game out. So yeah, we want to get those players back, as quick as possible. The likes of them, Kelly, Potsy, Liv, to name a few. But yeah, the girls who were out there today, I thought were absolutely brilliant. So it's credit to them. The girls came back off international camp in a good way, and I thought all three of them performed well today.
And we talked long. Well, you've come back with a real bang. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, yeah. Obviously, it felt like I was out for ages. Obviously, the Christmas break as well. So, yeah, I'm happy to be back. Obviously, I've got a couple of minutes against Palace, but it's my first full game back. So, yeah, I'm glad to be. I'm tired, but I'm glad to be back.
And back with a brace as well. I mean, two really well taken goals and nicely set up as well by the team.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was pretty much the same goal. But yeah, it was brilliant build up from the team. So I just had to finish it off, and luckily they both went in.
This is a tough league, isn't it, Beth? I mean, went in front, they equalised, and they came back again at the end, sort of thing. But then Deanna pops up with that goal at the end. Deserved the 3 points in the end, do you feel?
I think so, yeah. I think we knew they were going to be a hard team. We knew it was going to be a close game, obviously. It didn't go our way when we played them at their place, so we knew we owed them one. And yeah, we always, until the 96th minute or however long it was, I think everyone just dug in deep, and yeah, I think we deserved the 3 points in the end.
And we talk about it being a squad, not just an 11,
yeah.
And that's what we talk about. Was anything with Shania, she was on the bench, or was that just a straight choice?
Yeah, Shania, she's had tonsillitis the last couple of weeks, so had been a little bit under the weather, and I think it was just one of them really that we wanted to, make sure she's fully fit and fully healthy going into the games, and we didn't feel like she was. She was better today. She was probably better this weekend, probably best out of the last couple of weeks. So she would have been, in a good position to come on. But we were happy with how the girls were doing, and we didn't make the change.
Thank you.
I'll ask Juliet from Newcastle Fans TV. Obviously, you've got some big derbies coming up.
Yeah.
Do you think there was any lessons that you'll take away from today's match going into those big games coming up?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's lots of good things we want to build on. I thought the structure and organisation out of possession was a lot better than it has been across multiple games this season. I think, our press looked more aggressive and intense in that first half, which helped us, get the second goal. So, I think there's lots of good lessons. Obviously, the moments we've been slightly naive in the game, we'll learn from and make sure we put those right in the game against Durham, and we'll be refining those set plays as much as possible going into the next two games.
Yeah, great, thank you.
Cheers.
So with them goals, do you think they were practiced in training, or were they just a bit of magic on the day? What do you reckon? Because they were very similar.
Yeah, they were pretty much exactly the same. No, we do loads of shooting drills in that sort of scenario, so yeah, I'm glad they both pulled off, and they're pretty much exactly the same. So
yeah, no, it was fab.
You've been out a couple of times this season. It must be frustrating. It's been a little bit stop-start, but coming back today, getting them 2 goals, very reminiscent of the 2 against Sunderland as well, when you got a brace there. So must be rewarding.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's part of football. It is frustrating, but yeah, it's part of the job. But I'm glad I'm back now and hopefully no more until the end of the season.
Hopefully. Since you've been out as well, of course, there's competition for places with new signs. So how have you found that? Has it been, is it healthy competition, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think the girls that have come in are fantastic. Obviously, they've all played at a high level. It pushes the team in training. So yeah, I'm glad I obviously managed to get my starting spot back and hopefully I can keep it.
And I noticed throughout both you and Freya were switching flanks. So is that something you enjoy doing as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Freya's got an unbelievable left foot, so I think she can either drive down the wing or cut in. So yeah, I mean, it's something we worked on in training. So hopefully we can keep working on that.
And you mentioned before about how easy it is for a team how vulnerable you are to giving a goal and you score. Was that kind of the flip side of it to when we went 3-2 ahead when they get the equaliser? Were you just screaming on the sideline, just get forward?
Yeah, it was a tricky one, wasn't it? Because we won a set play right next to the byline, and I think Leah went to take it quick, and I shouted on straight away, "No, set up!" And then Freya's delivered an excellent ball in, and obviously Dee's gambled at the back post, similar to what we saw against Southampton, and I'm so pleased. And at the end of the game, she was like, "Oh, thank God," because it was me. She said she didn't win the header in her zone for the goal we conceded, so I'm delighted that we've been able to nick one at the end, and credit to the girls because they worked so hard throughout the game, and I'm super proud of them.
It's been a while since we've had a home game here at Kingston Park. In that time, you've been quite busy at the transfer market and brought some new players in.
How
do you think they've settled in the first few games?
Yeah, I think they've done really well. They're great girls as well as great players as well. I mean, you tell me, do you like them?
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're great.
They're brilliant technicians and they work really hard. So I thought, as I said at the start, I thought Emily was a real handful for their back three today. And then Freya, she's got an absolutely beautiful left foot. She's so aggressive in her 1v1s, and you just back her every time to get past the full back. Some of her finishing you'll have seen. We haven't actually seen properly. We want to see more of it in games, but in sessions and the warm up and other stuff, she's got a fantastic technique. And then obviously Poppy picked up an injury, so she's no longer able to play at the moment. So we're building her back in, which will be good. And then Charlotte Wardlaw, she's brilliant technician. I think she spots well when to step in. She spots that line breaking pass well. And I thought she had a really good game today as well.
Obviously, when you make a signing, it's usually to improve the squad generally anyway. But given you had so many players out injured, was it a case of we actually need bodies in at this stage as well?
Yeah, definitely. But I think today was good that we still had options off the bench. I mean, you look at the strength of our bench. We had Shan, we had Amy, we had KB, when Jazz who came on and did well in that second half. So we had options, whereas there's been quite a few times where I've turned around at the bench and we've had, two goalkeepers on the bench, or we've had, good 121s on the bench. So it's been tough with that, but at the same time, obviously, credit to everyone who's pulling in the right direction.
Just finally, for me, I often get asked, what is Becky's preferred team? And I said, well, there's been that many injuries, I don't think you probably know, do you? You never had that luxury of thinking, well, I can put her in, but leave her out. I mean,
yeah, it's tough. It's tough, isn't it? I think, especially what was tough at the start of the season was I don't think we had the same back four across 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So in terms of building those connections and relationships to ensure that, the team's built on the foundations of a strong back line. So that was tough. But yeah, I think it is what it is, unfortunately. Injuries happen. We're reviewing, obviously, everything off the pitch and utilising the support of James Bunce and Paul Mitchell to ensure next season we're in a really strong place as well.
For me, coming up to two derbies again, obviously last time you was the Mackham Slayer with his 2 goals. Are you expecting a little bit more magic again?
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, it seems like we've done like a record sellout so far, so hopefully we can keep building the numbers and hopefully get 3 points.
Is that what today was practicing for then, guys?
Yeah, just getting ready for St James's, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
I've also got to say, another question is, the lasses always just show character, especially like going 1-0 up and then 2-1 up, and then they got pegged back again. You just went straight away, got no idea. Was that plan straight away? Was that we're going to get them straight back like they did for the equaliser?
Yeah, I think their second goal was just a frustrating one. Obviously, we worked so hard on set pieces, so when you concede from it, it's so frustrating, especially because we were winning the game. So, yeah, I think we just needed to work hard until the end. I think we believed that we'd get another goal, and we did. So, yeah, I'm glad we got the 3 points in the end.
One quick question. Obviously, Bristol have been pretty competitive as well this season, so what were the game plan coming into this game?
We knew they were going to be a hard team. Obviously, we do our analysis on them during the week, so we sort of knew what they had to offer, and I think we nullified that a lot of the time. Obviously, they're going to have chances in the game. That's what good football teams have, but I think we dug in deep and we got 3 points.
And you've got another competitive game, obviously, next week, like you mentioned, the derby. What are you most looking forward to in that game?
I think we haven't won from what they did to us at our place, so hopefully we can return the favour.
The schedule and the fixtures.
Yeah.
How frustrating is that for you?
Yeah, it is. It is when we've got gaps, definitely. I mean, obviously, because of Reading not being in the league this season, there's been an extra couple of gaps as well. But yeah, it's tough, and international breaks are tough because you want to continue that momentum with the team. But yeah, we had a good training week, and we played a friendly versus Forest in that week to ensure that we kept the momentum going. So yeah, it was a good week, and just need to build from there. And again, there's a weekend without a game, which is annoying. You can run that Durham game next weekend, but it gives us more time to prep and go from there.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, Dale from Newcastle United. Obviously, with the league being so close, all the points are different. The results today have gone in our favour. So with the game in the hands we've got, it's a good possibility you can be really close to Birmingham and promotion.
Yeah, I mean, we're still really ambitious. We still want a challenge. It almost feels like there's probably 7 teams who are still in with a really good chance of actually pushing. And it's about being really consistent, especially across this March. And yeah, ensuring that, we're ready for the derbies, we're ready to take maximum amount of points in those games. And there's the head-to-heads, which we've got London City, we've got Birmingham here at Kingston Park. And that's where I'd really urge the fans to come out and support the girls and help us get across the line.
Then the final question for me is, I've noticed all the characters from all the squads, no matter what, like the difference will come from 2-0 down to 2-2.
Yeah.
Is that what you tell the lasses? They just give 110%, don't give up mentality. We can still get results from the games.
100%. I think one of my probably great strengths is that the girls will know I'll give everything for them, and they will give everything for me and will play for me. So I just know they've got that determination and passion and love for the club, whether they're a Geordie like a Katie Barker or whether they join the club even in January. You get that feeling and sense of belonging straight away, so they'll go right to the end regardless of the scoreline. And it's been really important that across the season there's been draws we've nicked where we've went right to the wire. Southampton away being a good example, where we were 2-0 down to pull it back to 2-2, and for played 5 minutes longer we'd have won the game. So there's been lots of lessons, and it's been the draws have killed us a little bit, that we haven't taken maximum points in games, but I think we're the only team in the league to have lost 2 games the whole season. So if you can't win them, you need to be hard to beat. And that's what we'll continue to be.